Daniel Griffin. Siloam Spring Marching Band will play the national anthem. Thank you. I want to remind you, plenty of hot dogs, hot coffee, hamburgers, cocoa over at the concession stand. While you're right there, get you some panther apparel.
beautiful Panther Stadium, brought to you by the people of Simmons Foods at Arvest Field. Alongside the Tech Master, Tony Molina, and my broadcast partner, Graham Thomas, I'm Dustin Butler. The Siloam Springs Panthers are 0-1 after falling last week against 7A West foe Van Buren, and they look to wash that taste out of their mouths here tonight against the out-of-state Pryor Tigers. Graham, what did you think of what we saw last week?
Well, Dustin, I think what we saw last week was a young Siloam Springs team trying to find itself a little bit. And you saw flashes of things they could do, but, in the end, they couldn't overcome 5 turnovers. And, a lot of good football teams aren't going to be able to overcome 5 turnovers in a game. I really think that's what we saw, though. You saw some kids put in varsity positions that haven't really been there much, and there were 4 fumbles and an interception and 3 wasted trips to the red zone. And, those are just the kind of things that you can't do and expect to win football games.
That's exactly right. So we take a little look at it here. Taylor Poole had a pretty good night, really, Graham. He was 11 for 27. He had a lot of second half throws that went incomplete on playing from behind situation, though. He threw for 177 yards and a touchdown. He also ran the ball 19 times for 102 yards and a touchdown. And then Gage Weaver had a big night.
Gage Weaver did have a big night, and quite honestly, the Panthers are going to need that if they're going to be successful this year. They need him to produce and have big nights catching the football. And they need some other guys to step up as well, too. It's kind of at times they're a 2-man show with Taylor Poole and Gage Weaver. And, you're going to have to see some of these other senior receivers and guys in the backfield step up. One thing, I was, pleased to see was that the Siloam Springs defense did create a lot of turnovers. They had 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken, and put the offense in good chances to score. Just couldn't finish off some of those drives.
That's right. And then from another positive standpoint, Siloam was only penalized 3 times for 25 yards in their season opener. I mean, when from an organized standpoint, they played a clean football game. If they just clean up some turnovers,
they did. And it sounds easy, right? But at the end of the day, it's easier said than done. What you want to do is you want the kids to play hard. You want them to play fast. And, sometimes turnovers are going to happen. That's just all part of football. The Panthers are not a team that can turn the ball over 5 times and expect to win. I think Coach Craig has said that, and every time I've talked to him since Friday night. And I'm sure those boys heard it all week from the coaching staff about the turnovers and protecting the football. And I would like to think that we will see an effort tonight that will reflect that. There will be an extra emphasis on protecting the football.
Well, and so on the other side of the coin, in comparison, we've learned some about Siloam Springs. They've got a game under their belt. What we don't know is much about the Pryor Tigers. This is their season opener tonight. They've got a new head coach, Kenny Davis. It's our understanding he was the offensive coordinator last season. So what do we know, Graham, about Pryor so far?
Well, if you go on history, Pryor is very, very tough. And I think we saw that last year. They got down 38-0 and would have been a mercy rule in Arkansas. And when the clock read 0-0-0, it was 38-21, and they had gotten back in the game and made it a respectable score. I think the Pryor Tigers finished 3-7 a year ago in a tough Oklahoma league. And I think you're going to see a very tough offensive football team tonight, led by quarterback Trapper Gilstrap. What a name that is. Gary Mitchell at receiver had a big night against the Panthers last year. And you would think that they're going to be going to those guys again this year. So I expect a tough ball game for Siloam tonight.
Well, it's a hot one, Graham. It's about 88 degrees as we near kickoff here. Siloam Springs won the toss and elected to receive. The captains for tonight's game, we'll go with Pryor first. Number 1, Trapper Gilstrap, the quarterback. As you mentioned, number 21, Jacob Wood. Number 33, Dalen McCrary. Number 62, Samuel Scherer. And 63, Jeff McGoldrick. For the Panthers, captains were 27, Tanner Broyles, 29, Esquin Bocanegra, number 41, Colby Fessler, and number 76, Andrew Gutierrez. So we'll take a look at the Generations Bank starting lineup. We at Generations Bank want to thank you for making Siloam Springs your home. With our experienced staff, Generations Bank is here to help you with your everyday financial needs by offering convenient amenities such as online and mobile banking. Looking to establish a new business or just need financing for your next project? Please come in today and discuss with one of our loan specialists. We thrive by making sound financial recommendations to our customers. We are always glad to help. You will never be just a number to us. We make it a point to know you, your family, pets, and your interests. Stop by and experience it for yourself. Conveniently located in Signature Plaza in Siloam Springs, Generations Bank, celebrating the past, creating the future. Member FDIC. So, we never even got to defensive starters last week. So let's start there tonight. Our starting defensive ends tonight are 41 Colby Fessler and 14 sophomore Hunter Talley. The defensive tackle is Mariana Dominguez, and the nose guard is another sophomore, J.P. Wills. Outside linebacker Camden Collins will make his season debut tonight as he was out with a knee injury last week. Inside linebackers are Esquin Bocanegra and Hunter Dorsey. The bandit is number 7, Elijah Coffey. The free safety is Keegan Susi. And the corners are Orrin Stafford and Armando Munoz. Offensively for Siloam Springs, quarterback, of course, is Taylor Poole. Starting at running back tonight is Jackson Norberg. The H-back and tight end will be Brendan Lashley. The wide receivers tonight are Gage Weaver, Tate Kreiner, and Tanner Broyles. The tackles for Siloam, let me correct that. Left tackle tonight is Jared Clark. Left guard is Andrew Gutierrez. The center is Marco Salcido. The right guard is Judd Kelly. And the right tackle is Jace Satulovic. And Harrison Losh will do the kicking duties tonight. And punting will be Taylor Poole as well. So, the officials for tonight's game are Doug Starkey, Greg Mills, Jeff Gunn, Chris Schudish, and Marion Clausen. Panthers are set to receive. They'll move toward the south end zone here at Panther Stadium toward their own band.
I would say, other than the heat, Dustin, it's a beautiful night. If you're not out here, come on out. Got plenty of room.
That's right. It's a pretty night. And the good news is, it's the Pryor fans that are in the sun.
Yes, we know what that's like from the old
from the
stadium.
Years of Glenn Black. Opening kick is taken by Gage Weaver at the 20-yard line. Not a whole lot there. He makes his way up to the 28, maybe the 27. It'll depend on the spot. And Siloam Springs will set up shop near the Arvest Field logo at about the 28-yard line.
And just from talking to the coaches in the pregame, I think they're going to try and be physical with Pryor. They're going to try and establish that run game here early. Pryor's going to have a lot of kids going both ways.
Panthers work with single receivers either side. Norberg will take the handoff right up the center. Not a whole lot there, but he fights his way forward for 5. Hole closed after about a 1-yard gain, but he kept his legs moving, made it up to the 33, second down and 5.
And that's what Jackson Norberg has to do. He's not gonna beat anybody with speed, but if he keeps those legs going and just out-toughs people, he's going to pick up a lot of yards like that.
This time, Panthers will go twins on either side. Norberg stands to the right of Poole in the backfield. They move from the gun. A flag comes in before the snap. I think it'll be against Pryor, I believe. Yeah, neutral zone infraction against the Tigers.
Siloam has always been really good at that hard count.
Right.
Even when the previous head coach, Brian Ross, was here, it's just something they've always done well. Teach those quarterbacks to really bark it out. And
the offensive
they work
line
on it.
Shows a lot of discipline on an offensive line.
It's hard,
too. So it'll give Siloam a first down at the 38. Same formation, this time Norberg to the left. Twin receivers either way. Now Taylor Poole barks orders. He's changing the play a little bit. 10 on the play clock. He's got plenty of time. Takes the snap, hands it to Norberg over the middle again. Not a whole lot there. He still moves the pile forward for 3 yards, though, across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Second down and 7. Tonight's game sponsor is Weaver's Plumbing. Residential to commercial, we have you covered. 479-427-6715.
That's exactly what the Panthers want there, Dustin. He got 4 yards there. If I remember talking to Caden Threlkill last year, the coaches preach, just keep moving forward. Just keep falling forward. Just try to do that and pick up something on every play.
He's done a good job so far. He takes it again, this time over right tackle. He'll make it up to the 45-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 46. Panthers with a very good third down and manageable. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 46-yard line. They need right at the 48 for a first down. And what's interesting here, Graham, is they've yet to throw a pass.
Yeah, and it's so different from the first play of the game last year where they hit a home run on a 65-yard play, I think. So
that's right. Twin receivers on the high side of the field. That's opposite us. Ball on the near hash. This time it's Cam Collins. Cam Collins fights his way forward for 3 and a first down at the 49-yard line. And that moves the chains. Another run. Camden Collins with his first snap of the season. 3-yard gain and a first down.
I can't tell you how good it is to see him out there.
He's a difference maker on the field.
He is. That is absolutely right.
2.5 minutes gone, opening quarter. Panthers, twin receivers on the near side. H-back over the right tackle. Poole throws for the first time, finds Tanner Broyles. Complete. Short throw. He picks up another 6 with the legs. Pass was complete right at the line of scrimmage. Broyles makes his way into prior territory to the 45. Second down and 4.
When you're working with second and short like this a lot, that can really put you in some good spots.
Broyles is the lone man on the near side this time. Gage Weaver, the lone man on the high side. Split wide near the numbers. Fumbled snap. Cam Collins falls on it, but they're going to lose 4 yards back to the 49. And second and short turns into 3rd and long. 3rd down and 8, I should say. This season, Generations Bank will donate $50 for every turnover that the Panther defense recovers. A big thank you to Generations Bank.
Yeah, the fumble there, that hurts. Kind of puts you into a passing down here.
Taylor Poole has his man, Gage Weaver, near first down yardage on the far sideline. It'll depend on the spot. It looks like a friendly spot inside the 41-yard line. Inside the 41, they're not going to measure it. First down, Siloam Springs. What a disciplined play there by Gage Weaver. He knew right where the marker was. A great throw, by the way.
That was nice.
Poole, but Gage Weaver did an excellent job. He caught that ball near the sideline and managed to kind of move his body toward the marker as he fell out of bounds.
Maybe just a smidge high, but, Gage is very athletic and was able to go up and get it.
That's right. Cam Collins over his big left guard. He makes it down to the 35-yard line. We'll call it a 6-yard pickup, and it'll be second down and 4.
Now, our folks at home may not remember, but Cam Collins last year did play some running back in the prior game. So
I didn't even remember that.
Well, he had a few carries just very early in the season, and then it was kind of obvious that they needed him on defense more than anything, and so he went to a defense-only role.
Jackson Norberg this time. Not a whole lot there. He goes over his right, between his right guard and right tackle. He gets inside the 35. It'll be a 1-yard gain to the 34-yard line, 3rd and 3. Panthers are very methodical here.
And that's, if they're able to cash in on a very methodical drive, that just sends a message to the prior Tigers. We're keeping your offense off the field, and we're scoring.
Twin receivers to the near side. Lone man on the far side of the field. Lashley, the H-back. Pass out wide, complete to Tate Kreiner, but he's going to be shy. He's going to be shy of the 30-yard line. In fact, he's going to be just on the wrong side of the 31-yard line. This is going to be a 4th down and 1.
I think we're about to see some heavy-duty beef on this one. It looks like they had a substitution, so.
Yeah, there you go, Rhino package. Rhino package for the Panthers.
Maybe a little lighter version of the Rhino package.
It's interesting.
Though.
It's different than what we've seen. Taylor Poole keeps it 1st down and more. Inside the 25, still grinding near the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 20. A big pickup, an 11-yard pickup on 4th and 1. That was a little bit different twist to the Rhino package.
Well, they didn't bring in the extra heavy beef. They brought in a different set of guys, and you didn't see Fessler or Dominguez there.
This time Jose Valencia is the H-back. He comes in motion to the near side, sets up on the right side now. Poole hands off to Norberg, nothing there. Norberg fights his way near the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, and what you have right now on that read option, the quarterback reads one guy, if I'm not mistaken, and makes a decision on whether to keep or to give. And Pryor apparently has taken away his own run, which is leading to him giving to the running back. And they played it real well there, and they made the stop. But so far, the Panthers have moved it right down the field with that read option.
Well, and that's smart, though, of Pryor. I mean, Pryor obviously looked at game film from last week where Taylor Poole, on the read option, tore up the Van Buren defense with his own legs. This time he keeps it. And, boy, that closes quick. He takes it left side. He'll, again, get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. It looked like he had a hole.
Yep, he just couldn't get to the corner fast enough.
It disappeared quick. So it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. Ball sits just outside the 20-yard line. Again, as the Panthers move toward the south end zone. Siloam Springs in their home maroons tonight. Maroon tops, maroon bottoms, white letters, silver helmets, silver arms.
I think they might be out of field goal range just a little bit here, so this may be a 4-down kind of series.
Poole from the pocket, has a man down the far sideline, Gage Weaver. The flag falls.
Anyway.
They mark it down. They mark him in bounds. He caught the pass inside the 5 and out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The flag comes in. I think that'll be against Pryor. It looked like the defender was all over Gage Weaver. But again, just like last week, he's a difference maker on the field. Now the officials are talking this over longer than you'd like to see.
They're probably discussing whether it was a catch, would be my guess, first of all. You mark it down just so you don't forget where he was when you think he caught it.
So it is pass interference on the defense. They are going to decline it. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Panthers at the 1-yard line. Honestly, Graham, the reason I was so delayed on that is opposite where we sit here, and I thought when that ball was thrown, it looked like it was out of bounds.
Yeah, it's hard to see how much room he had over there. I mean, it's just a bad angle for us, and
he was near the pylon on the Pryor end of the field, on the Pryor sideline, that is. 1st and goal from the 1, twin receivers on the near side, H-back set up on that side as well. Taylor Poole looks to keep it all the way, tries to get the corner, goes in untouched. Siloam Springs touchdown, and how about this, Graham?
7 minutes.
A 7-minute and 49-minute drive. How'd you know that's where I was going with it? 7
minutes. We just got that good rapport here,
minutes.
Dustin.
Seconds. How about that? And now Harrison Losh will attempt to make it a 7-0 ball game. Elijah Coffey, coach's son, will do the holding.
17 plays, 7 minutes and 49 seconds on the drive. That's just what you want.
That's impressive. Kick is up, clears the netting behind the goal post. It's good. 7-0 Siloam Springs. 4:11 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to Panther Football on YouTube. So the Siloam Springs Panthers will kick it away. Harrison Losh is going to set the ball up on the far hash at the 40-yard line. Hey, Panther fans, looking for a way to show your Panther pride? Be sure to check out the Booster Barn, located just to the left of the concession stand on the north end of the end zone here at Panther Stadium. It's loaded with quality Panther swag gear such as t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and other fun items. There's something for everyone at the Booster Barn, so make sure to stop by there the next time you're here at Panther Stadium and get hooked up with some new gear. All forms of payment are accepted, including credit cards. Thank you, and go Panthers.
You know, Dustin, as a sports writer, we have deadlines, you know, just like everybody else in any work business, there's deadlines. But, man, deadlines on a Friday night are tough, and we love to see that clock moving, and the Panthers taking 7 minutes off there was just wonderful to see.
It really was.
And score, you know. That's 1 for 1 on drives tonight.
You know, and to find themselves, you know, they were right outside the 20 with a 3rd and 10. We're talking about possibly 4-down territory rather than kick a field goal. And they go right on that far sideline to Gage Weaver, a well-thrown ball and a great play.
You know, I've been covering, this will be my 10th year covering Panther football, and that's as good of a drive as I've seen.
Ball fielded at the 8, up over the 20, still on his feet. He hurdles a man, but is tripped up at the 35-yard line.
And that's Mr. Mitchell we talked about.
Is that Elijah Coffey? No, it was Harrison Losh that made the stop. The kicker made the stop. They'll mark him down at the 37. I'm sorry, who was it?
That was Gary Mitchell.
Gary Mitchell, the wide receiver that
we will be, I imagine we will be seeing his name a good bit tonight.
So Trapper Gilstrap leads his offense. They'll start out with 4 receivers, trips to the near side. Now a man comes in motion. And they go out to that man. Catches it in the backfield, works his way up to the 39-yard line. 25, Bobby Ballou.
Now, one of the thoughts about Pryor is they've got the same, you know, offensive coach they had last year, who's now the head coach. So they're doing the same thing. So that you expect them to be pretty polished on offense with the quarterback and the running back.
That's right, a lot of skill position players.
Yeah. The running back, they had a big old boy last year, if you remember, and I don't think he's back this year.
This time they're in the pistol formation. Ballou comes in motion, takes the handoff. He's got a good gain up to the 48-yard line and a 1st down. Elijah Coffey, I believe, tripped him up, but not until he picked up about 9 yards and a 1st down.
Little end-around play there.
So near midfield, again, twin receivers both sides. Pistol formation. Mitchell comes in motion this time. They toss it out to him in the backfield, and he's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Great play by Elijah Coffey. Siloam Springs was ready for that.
You know, and if I were Mr. Mitchell, I wouldn't recommend leaving my feet too often against these guys. They pride themselves about being physical, and you know, he's going up in the air like that, and they're not gonna lay off him.
No, not a bit. Twin receivers stack on both sides. Now Gilstrap slows it down. Changes something at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, he'll hand it off to his tailback. Not a whole lot there. He gets to midfield. A gain of 1 for Jacob Wood. A gain of 1 for Jacob Wood. And there's a stoppage. Official timeout here on the field. 2:27 to go.
You know, it's early season for the officials too, Dustin. We were, Gary Comiskey and I were in Concord last night, and man, those guys had that clock stopped half the time we were out there trying to figure out what was going on. So, you know, it takes a little while to get back in the swing of things.
It was something play clock related that time, I believe. 2:10 to go. Gilstrap takes the snap, finds his receiver. It's the man out of the backfield. He's near 1st down yardage. Jacob Wood out of the backfield, catches it, gets it down to inside the 41-yard line of Siloam Springs, near the 40. 1st down yardage, 2:05 to go, opening quarter.
You know, and the Pryor Tigers are going to move the football. They're, you know, this is not unexpected here. And they moved the football last year, but the Siloam defense didn't break early. They bent a lot, but they didn't break.
Gilstrap in the pocket, rolls out to his right. He's going to go out of bounds on the far sideline. That's near his own sideline at the 35-yard line. He'll pick up, we'll call it 6 yards, right at the 35-yard line. It'll be second and a long 4. Pryor goes no huddle.
And that's what Gilstrap does. It looked like the Siloam defensive lineman was right there. If he just could have gotten his paw on him, and Tucker or Trapper got out of it. And
Gilstrap on the read option, keeps it himself across the 30 down to the 29-yard line, the first down. Pryor moves the chains again.
Trapper is a good player, man. He is crafty. He's not afraid to stick his nose up in there, and when he sees a hole, he's going for it. We saw that last year.
Yeah, he's an athletic kid. From the pocket now, moves his feet. He's wrapped up in the backfield and brought down for a loss. Hunter Talley, the sophomore, getting his first start on the defensive line tonight, gets a sack, gets him all the way back at the 36-yard line.
Another sophomore, J.P. Wills, was in on the play there, too, number 67. Did a good job.
And that's going to be a 7-yard loss, Graham, 2nd and 17.
That's a good job by the Panthers defensive line.
Very good job. Now they'll go 3 receivers on the high side. That's the open side of the field, away from us. Lone man on the near side is going to be Josh Gore.
Keep your eye on where number 4 is.
Gilstrap again works from the pocket. Again, fights out of the tackle this time. He'll tuck it and run. He's got room on the near sideline. He's going to get out of bounds, clear down to the 25-yard line. He must have stepped out a couple yards sooner than I thought so. So he's going to be out of bounds at the 25.
And I think the Panthers may have thought there was a hold there. One of their guys was getting, kind of tied up in the backfield, and you saw Coach Harriman down there slam his headset down. Don't know if he was upset at the officials or upset the Panthers didn't get him on the ground.
It's going to be about a 10-yard gain and a 3rd and manageable, a 3rd down and 7. Flag comes in right at the snap. Looked like confusion there. It's going to be some kind of illegal motion on Pryor. Again.
But, Dustin, that's their best offense. When Trapper is out in open space running like that, he has the ability to make the guys miss. And, that's a weapon on offense, to be so elusive and crafty with the football.
3rd down and a short 12, we'll call it. Gilstrap rolls to his right, avoids the rush from Fessler. Now he sets up, throws it down the field. Pass is intended for 14, Josh Gore, near the goal line. Siloam Springs' Ransom Van Ash did a good job. The receiver got behind Van Ash, but Van Ash went up and just tipped the football.
So I believe that's actually Oren Stafford down there, number 8. And
is it?
Yeah, that's Oren.
Okay.
And he had a chance there to make a play on the ball and just came up a little short.
It's a great defensive play there for Stafford to end the first quarter of action here at Panther Stadium. After a quarter in the books, we'll come back to a 4th down and 10 or 11 for the Pryor Tigers. After 1 quarter, Siloam Springs leads Pryor. Again, tonight's game is sponsored by Weaver's Plumbing, residential to commercial. They've got you covered. 479-427-6715. 4th down and 11 at the 30. Pryor will go for it. Gilstrap tries to avoid the rush, and he's dropped for a loss. Gilstrap couldn't get out of the arms of 29 Esquin Bocanegra. Colby Fessler was there. Who else was
Well,
there?
Jackson Norberg was coming on the backside and in hot pursuit of Mr. Gilstrap. So
And it's a turnover on downs.
that's a big stop for the Panthers there. You know, gave up a few yards similar to last year, but bent and didn't break.
That's exactly right. And 11:52 to go first half. Panthers with a 7-0 lead and the football for the second time.
And a little more of the same for Siloam. You're going to want to see them kind of grind out another drive here.
This time, Poole will keep it himself. Not a whole lot there. He falls forward just over the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Gain of 2, bring up 2nd down and 8 for Siloam Springs.
Panthers huddle as they take their time. Tanner Broyles will be the lone receiver on the far side of the field. Gage Weaver on the near side. Tight end and an H-back. Taylor Poole, play action. He looks to go deep. He's looking for Gage Weaver, and just outside of Gage Weaver's arms. And honestly, I think Gage probably could have caught that football.
It went right through his hands.
It went right through his hands.
Looked like, you know, the prior defensive back may have gotten a hand up there to distract him. I think Gage would tell you he should have had that one.
I think he lost the ball just for a moment there. That could not have been a more perfectly thrown football.
It was a great football. Taylor Poole's got a great arm on him, and I think Gage would like to have that one back. He's probably trying to talk coach, and let's do that one more time.
That's right. And Gage had a step at least on the defensive back. If he hauls that in, it's 7 for Siloam Springs. But as it stands, it's 3rd and 8, their own 35. Poole again from the pocket. This time he'll go over the middle, and he's lucky that didn't intercept him. Batted down in the secondary by 20, Ethan Chavez, as he was looking for, I believe this time that really is Ransom Van
That
Ash.
really was Ransom Van Ash on that one.
Okay, good deal. But the pass is incomplete, and Siloam Springs is probably fortunate that it's incomplete. And
you know,
Taylor Poole will punt it away.
One of the things on the scouting report for Siloam is that they want to end every drive with a kick, whether that's with a field goal or an extra point or even a punt. Yes, a punt. You know, it's okay to punt.
That's right. Taylor Poole's punt is a good one. It hits at the 30, bounces out of bounds on the Pryor sideline at the 27-yard line. And that's where Pryor will come back onto the field. Folks, if you've been alive for more than 2.3 seconds, you know life isn't fair. Now, if you've been alive less than that, you don't know this yet. But the AGI Group is a professional private investigation company that provides investigations that will hopefully provide you with the information you need to make a decision. With over 40 years' experience, they're Arkansas's premier investigation company and have worked with Fortune 500 companies and individuals alike. When you need to know, call AGI at 479-636-3237 or visit them on the web at agigrp.com. AGI Group, another proud sponsor of Panther football. Little swing pass on the outside from Gilstrap, falls incomplete.
They're calling that a rush.
They'll call that, so
They're calling that a lateral.
A lateral, so it'll be a loss. You're exactly right. A loss of 5 yards back to the 23-yard line.
I think usually they give them the benefit of the doubt, but that was a lateral for sure.
Make it the 22-yard line. Again, Gilstrap from the pocket. Again, slips it out wide to 14, Josh Gore. He catches it and is dropped immediately at the line of scrimmage. Well, we'll give him a yard. Up to the 23, and that's it. And it's 3rd and long for Pryor. Siloam Springs defense has him in a 3rd and 14 situation.
I guess on that lateral you call it a fumble on the quarterback because he threw the ball out and nobody caught it.
That's right. They're fortunate they were heads up enough to go ahead and fall on the football. 4 receivers. Fessler rushes. He avoids the rush. Gilstrap does. Now he'll tuck it and run. Tries to jump a man and pays for it as Hunter Dorsey lights him up on the far sideline. He picks up some yards, but it'll still be shy of the 30-yard line and about 4th down and 7, maybe 4th down and 8.
Ironically, he hurdled Christian Ledecker there, who's one of the better hurdlers for the 9th grade track team last year. So kind of ironic there.
So Elijah Coffey will be back to take the punt. Christian Ledecker is the next line of defense. The punt is a spiral that hits at the 38-yard line. Coffey will let it go. It takes a good prior bounce, still rolling in bounds. Inside the 22, nearly to the 21-yard line. That ball never did go out of bounds. Looked like it was going to, but it never did.
That was a nice punt by Pryor there, 48 yards.
That changes the field position for sure because Panthers had a chance if they can field that punt, which it was wise of Coffey to let that go, I think. But Pryor really flipped the field position there.
What you don't want to do is pick it up on with the defender near you, then
it's not worth
mishandle it. No, just let it go at that point.
3 receivers packed together on the near side for Siloam Springs. A lone man on the short side of the field, opposite us. Quarterback keeper on the read option for Taylor Poole over the 30 to the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 9. 2nd down and 1 for Siloam Springs.
Good read there by Poole to see what the defense was doing and taking what they gave him, and he took it around the left side for a nice gain.
8:25 to go, first half. He gets it out to Gage Weaver on the near side. Weaver gets a good block, fought out of bounds. Should be a flag, I would think. He's 1st down yardage and more.
Well,
to the 43-yard line. Maybe they were just engaged and couldn't get off.
I think Gage had a hold of him. They're both kind of grabbing each other. Probably a good no call there. Not to be the devil's advocate.
1st and 10 at the 44. It was a good yards after catch for Gage Weaver. Good blocks by his receiving corps. Cam Collins takes the handoff, goes left side up to about the 49-yard line. So that'll be a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5. Collins comes off. Jackson Norberg back on the field. Twin receivers on either side now as the Panthers move.
I'm sorry, so that was Cam Collins on that run?
Yes, it was. And then he jogged off. Again, Gage Weaver near side, complete, still on his feet, spins out of a receiver's grip, or a defender's grip, I'm sorry. Inside the 40, down all the way to the 35-yard line of Pryor. Another big gain for the Panthers. Gage Weaver, 1st down. Siloam Springs on the move. Weaver again, the lone man on the near side, trips on the high side. Norberg still in the backfield. Poole will keep it right over the middle. Flag comes in. Behind the play, what looks like will be holding. Taylor Poole picks up 5 yards. I believe that's going to be a holding call against Siloam.
That's usually where the flag is located. I think they may have gotten junior Jared Clark on that one. That's about where he was. Is that the first penalty on? No, that's the second penalty.
I think it's the second one, yeah. So that'll move it back 10. We'll make it 1st down and 20. Still in Pryor territory, but at the 45 now. Clock runs, 7.5 to go, first half. Similar formation, trips on the high side, Weaver the lone man on the near side. Poole from the pocket, pump fakes, now looks down the field, looks for his man. It bounces out of a defender's arms and caught by a different receiver for Siloam Springs. Who is that? Is that Tate Kreiner?
That was Tate Kreiner.
Oh my, that pass was not intended for Tate Kreiner. But he came in as the defender, deflected it. Kreiner catches it all the way down at the 11-yard line. How about that?
A little good fortune there for the Panthers. Yeah, sometimes you get a little bad luck, and that time they had a little good luck.
Boy, First and 10. Siloam can have a first down at the 1. Jackson Norberg, left side, takes a few hits, still falls forward to about the 7. Depending on the spot, it may be inside the 7. Again, the officials call a timeout. Well, they've done that a lot so far tonight. We'll call it.
He got about 4 yards there.
He got 4. I'll call it the 7-yard line. Second down and 6. Again, Siloam can get a first down at the 1. 3 receiver set. Lashley, the H-back. He stands on the right, behind his right tackle. Taylor Poole keeps it, steps in untouched, and a flag comes in behind the play. Are you kidding me? A flag comes in behind the play. As Taylor Poole was not touched, it's another hold. I think they got the same guy.
The back judge, I guess, threw that flag.
He threw the flag at the 8-yard line after Taylor Poole was stepping into the end zone already, it looked like.
That's unfortunate.
It really is. So that'll move him back. Instead of a touchdown, that'll make it, what is that, second down and 16? No, it'll be from the spot of the foul, won't it? So it's going to be second and 18.
So technically, it's
from the 19.
It's a 12-yard penalty there because the line of scrimmage goes from being the 7 to the 19.
Yeah. 19, rather.
19, yeah.
Taylor Poole looks for his receiver. He overthrows Gage Weaver by quite a ways. He was trying to avoid the rush a little bit there. So now it's going to be third down and 18 from the 19. Panthers in the red zone, but third and a long ways here. This is a tough situation, trying to get a touchdown.
Well, you want to get something out of this drive. You don't want to make a mistake here and turn the football over. You want to try and at least give Harrison Losh a chance to maybe try and kick a field goal here if you get the chance.
6:32 to go. Empty backfield, 5 receivers, 3 on the near side, 2 on the high side. Panthers toward the north end zone. Again, Taylor Poole this time on a delayed keeper, still on his feet inside the 10. I thought he was going to break free again. He gets down to the 8-yard line, and that should make it a manageable kicking situation for the Panthers.
This will be Harrison's first attempt of the year. See where they set the ball down, and
it'll be from the 8, so the 25-yarder, is that 26-yarder it looks like.
They're going to put it down at the 26, or the 16.
So it'll be a 26-yard attempt from the right hash. Losh, a right-footed kicker. Snap is perfect. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it's a beauty. Siloam Springs takes a 10-0 lead. The touchdown gets wiped away, but they still get points out of the possession. It's 10-0 Siloam Springs, 5:46 to go, second quarter.
Looking at the program on the August page, we have a sticker at halftime here. Be eligible for August Field Goal Frenzy, a chance to win $100 cash. Both of the sticker winners need to report to the field gate south of the home coaches with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. The third sticker will be representing the FCCLA for a chance to win $250 for their organization. If missed, the organization will still receive $100 compliments of our best friend.
Panthers to kick it away. Harrison Losh sets the ball on the near half. He kicks toward the north end zone. Kick is good.
That's a bomb. Way to go, Harrison.
It goes out the back of the end zone. Oh, my. What a kick for Harrison Losh. That's a touchback in a big way.
You know, if you can do that, Dustin, that is, you just don't even have to worry about special,
Oh, my.
I'm not sure Harry ever put one in the end zone last year like that.
I don't remember it, and that ball didn't even hit in the end zone. That hit in the white line on the back side. That was a kick. Twin receivers, pistol formation for Pryor. Panthers with 4 down linemen defensively. Gilstrap calls his man in motion. Little misdirection. Quarterback keeper Gilstrap is wrapped up by Hunter Talley at the 20. They'll give him 2 yards to the 22, but a great play there for Hunter Talley.
Wow, he's really fortunate because Colby Fessler was right on his heels, and Colby left his feet, and Hunter Trapper ducked underneath him and tried to make a run for it, and the Panthers pulled him down.
It was a good defensive play. 2nd down and 8 from the 22. Again, Gilstrap looks to throw, rolls out, has a defender, has a receiver. The receiver falls down. The flag comes in way late, but it's probably the right call. There was contact at the 35-yard line. The ball was overthrown by a lot. I don't know if you could claim that was uncatchable or not.
I'm not, the question is, did they knock him down? And I'm not sure that they did.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down. Up to the 37-yard line. Panthers have had more penalties so far in the first half of this game than they did all last week. Mitchell comes in motion. They'll hand it off straight over the middle. Not a whole lot there.
I think
for
one
the
thing,
running back, I believe that was 21 Jacob Wood.
I think one thing you've got to be impressed with here, Dustin, I think the Panthers are winning the line of scrimmage. I mean, they are getting mega pressure on that backfield. They could have, if they could have gotten their hands on Trapper there, they would have sacked him.
2nd down and 8, 2-yard pickup for Wood. Man come in motion. That's Ballou. He takes the handoff. Reverses field. He's got a decent gain on the play up near the 45-yard line. It'll make it 3rd and short for Pryor. 3rd down and 2
now
for Pryor.
Pryor's going hurry up here. They're trying to gash the Panthers a little bit.
4:10 to go, opening half. They'll run a tight end and 3 receivers. Gilstrap, pump fake, looks down the field. Throws the ball out of bounds. Good play defensively there by Orrin Stafford on the far sideline. Stafford's defense forced Gilstrap to throw it right on the end line, on the sideline. He overthrew his man out of bounds.
Be interesting to see what the Pryor Tigers do here. It's still a good game. 4th down and 2 on your own side of the field.
They're going to go for it here. They're going to punt it. They punt it away. Gilstrap takes the shotgun snap and punts it. It's a good punt. Bounds at the 20-yard line, takes a Pryor roll inside the 15 all the way down. Let's see. I think they're going to mark it at the 12.
Yep.
12-yard line. Good punt for Gilstrap. 3:45 to go first half. Let's start taking a look at the athletic events for the week. Tomorrow, that is the 7th, volleyball. Is in the Little Rock Spike Fest tournament. Cross country tomorrow is at Fort Smith meet. Monday the 9th, tennis is at Alma at 3:30. Golf is at home here at the Siloam Springs Country Club. Behind us up here in the booth at 3 o'clock on Monday.
Actually, they've renamed the course. It's now the course at Sager's Crossing. Rebranded under new leadership. So they're doing a good job over there.
Taylor Poole on the keeper, lays a blow himself on the safety, and he'll power his way forward to the 20-yard line. Good run by Taylor Poole.
Nice job.
8-yard pickup, about.
2nd and short, and that's just what you want. Then that read option becomes that much more dangerous.
That's right.
Because you don't need just a whole lot.
Again, the officials call a timeout to reset the play clock.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen that mandatory water break. It's hot tonight, and just a little surprised we haven't seen that. When it's warm, they want to keep everybody hydrated and really make an emphasis on that.
That's a good point. Now a timeout on the field. Siloam Springs is going to burn a timeout. Panthers call their first timeout with 3:16 to go in the opening half. Siloam has the ball, 2nd down and 2 from their own 20, leading 10-0. Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is ready to tackle your sports medicine needs. With the skill and experience of Dr. Matthew Coker, Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is your convenient choice for advanced orthopedic services, and you don't have to go far from home. If you ever get sidelined by a broken bone, sports injury, painful joint, or severe sprain, Dr. Coker and our entire team are ready to help you get back in the game. For more information, call 479-215-3124 or visit ssrh.net. So we'll continue with some athletic events. Also Monday, September 9th, JV football is at Rogers Heritage at 5:30. 9th grade football is at Rogers Heritage at 7:30. Volleyball is at Bentonville West. That's everybody. JV and varsity beginning at 4:30. 7th grade volleyball is at Bentonville Lincoln at 5:30. 8th grade volleyball is at Bentonville Lincoln at 6:30. Big Monday for Siloam Springs Athletics. 2nd down and 2. Panthers from the gun. Taylor Poole flings it out wide. Pass is a little low. It's going to be incomplete. That stops the clock. Tanner Broyles tried to scoop it up off the turf.
Tried to sell it too, and
He
stay
did.
down there.
Just to keep the clock moving, but it'll be 3rd and 2 from the 20. On Tuesday, the 10th, tennis is against Greenbrier and Valonia. That's at Arkansas Tech at 3:30. That'll be in Russellville. Volleyball is at home versus BB, JV and varsity. That's at 4:30 in the Panther Activity Center. Quarterback keeper. Second effort, I believe, will get the first down.
It appears to be that way.
They'll give him the 23-yard line. He needed just over the 22, so that moves the chains. Siloam Springs with a fresh set of downs.
You know, and the Panthers here want to be the last team to touch this ball this half.
And we just crossed over the 3-minute mark. Panthers take their time. Tight end and an H-back. Ball on the turf, ball on the floor. I think Siloam Springs recovers it. I believe Taylor Poole picked it up. That's the second fumble in the backfield tonight that has gone the Panthers' way. They'll lose 2 yards back to the 21-yard line, but they retain possession. The clock still moves. 2:25 to go.
Got a loss of 1 there,
Okay.
I think. Yeah,
Kind of a yard and a half is what it's kind of an odd.
A tweener.
That's right. Taylor Poole takes a snap, rolls to his right, finds his receiver, overthrows Gage Weaver. It was behind him and about 2 feet high. Gage, I don't even think, got a hand on it. And that stops the clock with 2:04 to go and a 3rd down and long coming up.
You know, that the fumbled snap there just puts them in a bind a little bit, and they were fortunate on that play last week on the fumbled snap where they were able to throw the long touchdown to Weaver.
That's right.
But you're playing with fire anytime that ball is on the carpet.
No doubt about that. So also Tuesday the 10th, 7th grade volleyball is at Fayetteville Woodland at 5 o'clock. 8th grade volleyball is at Fayetteville Woodland at 6 o'clock. And 9th grade volleyball is at Rogers at 5 o'clock. Siloam Springs, 3-receiver set on the open side of the field. Whistle and flag comes in from way back in the secondary. A delay again against Siloam Springs. Will back it up another 5 yards. Instead of 3rd and 11, it'll be 3rd and 16 for the Panthers. Again, still 2:04 to go. Did they decline the penalty?
No,
now they're going to back it up.
No, I was about to say the ball is right where it was.
There we go. Now they back it up to the 17. This time, Panthers will go twin receivers on both sides. I believe that's Jackson Norberg in the backfield. They'll air it out down the field for Tanner Broyles, just outside the reach of Tanner Broyles at the 45-yard line of Pryor. That pass falls incomplete.
And he was wide open.
He was wide open. He was almost there. I'll tell you what, Taylor Poole can throw a spiral down the field, can he?
That's one,
Just
honestly, the
reach.
Panthers have got to have. I mean, he was so open, and if he hits it in stride, he might go a long way, might even score.
So now Gary Mitchell, the dangerous receiver and return man, is back to get the punt. The punt is nearly blocked.
It is blocked.
It is blocked. The punt is blocked by Pryor, picked up in the end zone. The Pryor Tigers are on the board. It's a 10-6 football game with the extra point pending, and that totally changes the look of this game.
I believe number 20 blocked the punt and recovered it and
That
scored.
would be Ethan Chavez. You know, there was a time or two last week that it looked like somebody could do that to Taylor Poole, but Poole managed to get the kickoff really quickly. Swinging gate here a little bit for Pryor. We'll see if they actually follow through with it. The snapper is the only man there. They're going to go for two. Gilstrap dives toward the end zone. No good. 2-point conversion is no good. Panthers hold on the two-point conversion attempt as they ran the swinging gate. The center was the only man near the football. Shotgun snap to Gilstrap, and Gilstrap couldn't get it in. He came close, though, man. Down at about the half-yard line as he dove for it. 1:50 to go in the first half. Momentum has shifted here a little bit to Pryor. Siloam Springs had been dominant, really, in the first half of action, and the special team, really, a fumbled snap on second and short. Or actually, that was on a fresh set of downs.
Right.
On a 1st and 10, a fumbled snap slowed the momentum, and then a blocked punt for a touchdown, and just like that, it's a one-possession game. Thursday, September 12th, golf is against Greenwood. That's at Ben Guerin in Fort Smith at 10 a.m. 7th grade football is at home versus Ramey at 5 o'clock Thursday, the 12th. 8th grade football is at home versus Ramey at 6:30. Volleyball is at Alma. That's everybody, beginning at 4:30. And 9th grade volleyball is at home versus Rogers Heritage in the Panther Activity Center. That begins at 4:30. And then next Friday night, Siloam Springs will hit the road for the first time this season, the football team, as they go to face the Harrison Goblins, one of the best teams in the state. The kick is short, taken at about the 20 by Gage Weaver. He comes up to get it at the 20. He's taken out of bounds at the 29-yard line, 1:46 to go in the half. And we'll see what Coach Craig and the Siloam Springs offense decides to do here. So next Friday night, Panthers are on the road at a longtime rival, the Harrison Goblins. Siloam Springs and Harrison were in the same conference, Graham, for years and years and years.
Long time.
And the rivalry is still there. Quarterback keeper. Taylor Poole works his way up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Pryor will get the football to start the second half. Panthers won the toss and took the football. Second week in a row. 1:22 to go. Clock ticks. 4 receivers, 3 on the near side. Poole comes up, looks for his man, in and out of the arms of his receiver. A good defensive play. Tanner Broyles couldn't quite hang on to it. It's a well-thrown ball. He had the football, but he got hit pretty quick after the ball got there.
Again, it's one that they've got to have. I mean, he's got to hang on to that ball and catch it.
So it stops the clock with 1:16 and a 3rd down and 6. From their own 33. Play clock is just under 20. Same formation, 3 receivers on the near side. This time Cam Collins, I believe it is, or Jackson Norberg. It's Jackson Norberg with a good gain and first down yards over the 45 to the 46-yard line. He took it to the left side, had plenty of room behind Jared Clark and Gutierrez. moves the chains, gives Siloam Springs a little momentum here as they near midfield, 1:05 to go. No huddle, Twins either side. Poole from the pocket, finds Gage Weaver, complete on the near sideline, spins out of a tackle, still on his feet inside the 45. He's got first down yardage again to the 43-yard line on a hard-fought run after he caught the football. That stops the clock momentarily. Panthers have 2 timeouts, 54 seconds to go, first half. Ball on the near hash. 3 receivers this time to the right. Weaver the lone man on the near side. Read option, keeper for Taylor Poole. He's inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Coach Craig calls a quick timeout. It's a good gain on the play. Let's see, what is that, Graham? 7?
About 5, I think.
5? Panthers call timeout. It'll be second down and 5, second down and 4, somewhere in there. 39 seconds to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. It'd be big for Siloam Springs to get some points here after kind of a big momentum shift just moments ago.
It would certainly have them feeling better about themselves going into the half. You know, they've really dominated this game for all we've seen.
They really have. One special teams mistake, and 39 seconds. Siloam Springs will have 1 timeout remaining. Second down and a long 4 for the Panthers. 4 receivers. Norberg in the backfield with Poole. Poole from the pocket, looks to throw, finds Gage Weaver, he bobbles it and catches it and gets out of bounds. My, oh my. At the 26-yard line, first down, again for Siloam Springs. And Gage Weaver's sure hands failed him momentarily, and he still hauled the ball in, and managed to step out of bounds. Good pickup. 33 seconds to go.
Gage is well on his way to having another big game.
That's right. How many catches does he have in the first half? 4 or 5 at least, doesn't he?
I'll have to tell you here in a minute.
At the Herald Leader halftime show. Okay. Taylor Poole again from the pocket. Looking to his right.
Nobody home.
Tate Kreiner is tripped up, and the ball is nearly intercepted. Oh, my. By Gary Mitchell, a sure-handed receiver on the offensive side of the ball. Siloam Springs was gifted a little bit there. Tate Kreiner got tripped up. I mean, it's the whole thing. Now Pryor's going to call a timeout with 25 seconds to go. First half. It's their first timeout of the half. Ball will sit at the 26-yard line, second down and 10 for the Panthers. Again, tonight's game sponsor is Weaver's Plumbing. Residential to commercial, we have you covered. 479-427-6715.
Panthers have had the ball here so much in the second quarter, Dustin. I'm running out of room on my sheet on this quarter. Gonna have to improvise here. Maybe that'll get them a score.
That'd be good.
I'll improvise all night if that's what it takes.
Yeah, the offense has had the ball so much tonight. They've managed 10 points, trying to get some more here as they're knocking on the door at the Pryor 26-yard line. Panthers take the field, twin receivers on both sides. Norberg stands to Poole's right. Poole from the pocket. It's going to be a screen to Norberg. Norberg catches it, breaks the tackle, inside the 20, the 10, down the sideline. We'll wait for the signal. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. Touchdown, Panthers. Jackson Norberg on the screen pass from 26 yards out. No flag on the play, and Siloam Springs is back up by 10 with a chance to make it 11.
Nice play there by Norberg. You know, he shook off the tackle and just really bounced off him.
That's right. And then got a couple of blocks from his receivers as they turned and gave him the sideline. Harrison Losh, his extra point is up, and it is good. A good hold by Elijah Coffey. And it's a 17-6 game, and the momentum shifts back in the Panthers' favor with 14 seconds to go in the half. But that's exactly right. I mean, Siloam Springs sprung some good blocks for Norberg to get in the end zone, but it took him bouncing off of a defender right as he caught that football to make it happen. Panther Stadium.
It is a good turnout.
Very good crowd here tonight. The fans enjoy an 11-point first half lead. So Lasha's last kick went through the end zone. We'll see what he does this time. And really, he wasn't aided by much wind. Look at the flag out there. I mean, it's dead. There's no wind to speak of. Harrison's kick is another good high end over end kick. This one's going to be playable at the 1. That's Mitchell. He's across the 20. Tries to leap another guy. And again, Harrison Losh just poleaxes him at the 29-yard line. Mitchell loves jumping, doesn't he?
He does, man. I don't know what.
I don't know why he did that. That didn't behoove him at all.
No,
Decent field position at the 31, but there's only 7 seconds left on the game clock here before the break. Again, Pryor will get the football to start the second half. Siloam Springs will play a prevent defense here. 2 down linemen. Colby Fessler, one of them. They'll hand it off, and they're content to run it to Jacob Wood, and that'll end the first half of play. Jacob Wood picks up 10 yards. It would be a first down, but that ends the half. Siloam Springs up 17-6. We will take an extended halftime break. We'll come back with the Herald Leader halftime show at about the 7-minute mark before the start of the second half. You're listening to Panther Football on YouTube. The halftime score, Siloam Springs 17, Pryor 6.
First kicker is going to be Caden Carr. Easy $100 here, partner. A little bit low. The next one is Troy Maldonado. She's taking for FCCLA with an opportunity to win $250 for her organization. She will automatically get $100 for the organization, even if she misses. Ball. That's a little short. Well, at least you won $100 for your organization. All right, the next one. Christian Markland. Don't worry about the crowd, worry about your leg.
Three turnovers in the red zone, but overall our kids competed well. Just need to keep improving.
What is your focus for next
Number one, taking care of the ball in the red zone, making sure that when we get trips into the red zone that we get points and not turnovers, and just making sure we play great on defense, special teams.
Then played a tough Farmington team at home on Tuesday. I really liked our effort, and they showed some weaknesses that we had, which I was thankful for in a way, to help us get ready for conference. Last night we played Bentonville, one of the defending state Final Four for 7A, really tough team. It was an honor to play them in a way. Our girls didn't back down, but we got some things to work on to get ready for conference, which starts in another week. So next week we have Harrison at home on Tuesday, and we'd love for everybody to come out. And they are not in our conference. That'll be our last non-conference home game. And then the next week we start with BB at home on Tuesday, the 10th, which is conference.
So how's the team shaping up this year?
Well, basically what's going on is we have a lot of fast runners this year. I'm thinking girls are probably going to win state again. That's usual thing. The boys never win state, but I think this year we have a really good chance because we have so many fast runners. Like almost every single one of the sophomores who were freshmen before this year who like couldn't run on the high school team, they're like every single one of them are really fast. Like Adam's a pretty fast runner, right? And he's like, he might not even be able to go to state because of how fast these guys are. So that's basically how it's going.
What's it like being a senior on the cross country team?
Man, it's like you would think that you would have a lot more pressure on you if you're a senior, but like it's really not. Like it's kind of laid back almost. Like you're just kind of like you're kind of there to like I guess motivate other kids that are like undergrade, maybe not even high school runners. You're there to motivate them, but other than that, you don't really you're not really expected to be like the top runner if you're a senior.
When is your first meet?
First meet is this weekend. I think it's the 7th of September, and we're going to Fort Smith, and it's a first meet, so we'll really get to see how fast those guys are. But I think it'll be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Siloam Springs Marching Band! Tonight's performance will include the first movement of our 2019 production, Cathedral. Musical selections include the Doxology, Elsa's Procession to the Cathedral, Angels in the Architecture, and Bach's Toccata and Fugue in D minor.
The Siloam Springs School District is proud to present drum majors Adeline Reyes, Adam Kennedy, Daisy Castro, and the Siloam Springs Marching Band! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Siloam Springs Marching Band! Please continue to support the band as we continue to unveil our complete show in the following things. Thank you very much, and go Panthers!
We welcome you back to Panther Stadium, and up here in the booth, we get set for the Herald Leader halftime show with our broadcast partner and the managing editor of the Herald Leader and the Siloam Springs Athletics genius.
You're coming up with big words there,
I can't
sir.
think of anything. Anyway, Graham Thomas. Graham, how about we take a look at first half stats?
Well, it's really been a domination on the part of the Panthers.
It's good to see, isn't it?
Let's just look at it in terms of offensive plays. Siloam has run 40 offensive plays. And that's not even counting the punt, the 2 punts they tried. And prior to my counting up here, has run 19.
Wow.
So, they've dominated the clock. They've dominated everywhere, and they're leading 17-6. So kind of the scoreboard sort of reflects that. The block punt really hurts. But the Panthers have rushed it 22 times for 95 yards. So that's more than 4 yards a carry, and they're doing a good job in that department. Quarterback Taylor Poole has passed 10 times, or completed 10 of 18 passes for 148 yards.
Wow.
6 of those have gone to Gage Weaver for 79 yards, 2 to Tate Kreiner for 37. Kind of got a gift there on that one that sort of fell into his lap. Jackson Norberg with a 26-yard touchdown reception. Tanner Broyles has 1 catch for 6 yards. In the rushing department, Poole has carried 10 times for 55 yards. Jackson Norberg doing a nice job carrying the football, 7 carries for 31 yards. Been spelled a little bit by Cam Collins with 3 carries at 14 yards. And the Panthers had 2 team rushes for -5, and what that is when they fumbled the ball on the snap and there was no clear ball carrier. That's how we score that. The Pryor Tigers had 59 yards of total offense, 13 rushes for 46 yards, and only 13 yards in the air. Trapper Gilstrap has completed 4 of 6 passes for 13 yards. Trapper has carried it 8 times for 16 yards. He's actually, I think, gained a little more than that, but they've caught him in the backfield a couple times.
A few big sacks.
Yeah. Both Pryor running backs, Jacob Wood and Bobby Ballou, have carried 3 times for 15 yards each. And Trapper has completed 4 of 6 passes for 13 yards, as I said, to 4 different receivers. And the longest one there is Jacob Wood with 1 catch for 10 yards. So, I mean, really the Panthers are dominating this football game. And, if they come out and turn in a similar performance in the second half, they should be all right.
It's a big contrast in a lot of different areas from what we saw last week. No first half turnovers. I don't know how on a block punt. I don't know how you. That's still not considered a turnover.
I'm not sure. I'm doing some research, and I've got to call in to my stat guru, Mr. Leland Barclay, who was in attendance here last week for the Van Buren game, and we'll see what he has to say about that. I'm just not enough of a statistician to know how that is properly scored. I guess you could say it's a fumble, but I mean it's a block punt.
That's true.
I mean,
it's a block punt.
That should be its own category, I guess, is a block punt, because there really was no fumble. They caught the ball, they got it off, and he blocked it. And kudos to Pryor. That was Mr. Ethan Chavez who did that, and that was a good play for them. So
it was, and really the only thing for Siloam is that play, and then penalties a little bit in the first half. There's 17 points on the board, but there was a touchdown wiped away that would have, not made the field goal necessary due to a couple of holding penalties on one drive, one of which called back a 7 or 8 yard touchdown run that Taylor Poole made. So there's been, last week they struggled to take care of the football. Tonight they've been much better with that. But tonight, the only downside they've had is they've been penalized a little bit here.
47 yards. I actually wrote down 32, but I miscounted here in my notes. I believe they've been penalized 5 times for 47 yards, and again, that's a couple.
One of those
penalties
was an unfortunate call on a pass interference, defensive pass interference. That man, that's questionable. I think
a couple of holding penalties, one delay of game in there. The pass interference was tough. Most of them been on the offensive side of the ball, though.
Another thing I think that's exciting to see tonight is, last week pretty much all of the ground game came from Taylor Poole, and you see Norberg and Collins both getting some yards out of the backfield tonight, and that's encouraging too. A lot of that is on that read option. A lot of it's what the defense gives you, but they've done a good job offensively. They've been very, very balanced tonight, haven't they?
They have been. And you know what, Dustin? I've actually got a correction to make. I wrote down one of the penalties wrong on Siloam, but it's actually on Pryor. The Panthers drew them off sides there on that first drive, and I wrote that down as a Siloam penalty. So 4 carries for 40, or 4 penalties for 42 yards, and 2 for 10 for Pryor, and still need to clean that up here. Penalties are drive killers, man. They're it's hard to make up for negative yardage and negative plays at this level.
Yeah. Well, so let's transition a little bit. What else is going on in Siloam Springs athletics?
Well, I know the Panther cross country teams at the high school and the junior high level all kick off their season tomorrow. And
at Fort Smith, right?
That's right. And then next Saturday, will be the home meet, the Panther Cross Country Classic, which is always a sight to see over there on the grounds of Simmons Foods. And
now, you said last year, how many runners are there usually at that?
Usually about a combined 1,000 runners.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's on junior high boys and girls and varsity boys and girls. The junior high races are just crazy big. There are so many junior high teams that come and run in this, and the reason why it's a really tough course. It really gives you a good indicator of your times on a tough course, and you see these kids cross the finish line, they're just gassed, they're done. So,
well, that's exciting. There's a lot of volleyball going on right now. Of course, it's early on. So, how's that look so far?
The Lady Panthers had Harrison here last Tuesday night and got in a 2-0 hole and fought back and had a chance to win the match. It was exciting. They kind of broke out a new offense a little bit, and we're trying to find some rhythm with that, and had a chance to win in the 5th set. And when you're down 2-0 and you get a chance to come back and win, that's speaking a lot. And they're learning and growing, and so they'll be in Little Rock this weekend, get a lot of games in, and a lot of experience, and they'll come home and sleep well Saturday night.
I bet. Make Generations Bank your bank. Our experienced staff is dedicated to giving you a level of personal service you have to experience to believe. We have a great offering of personal and business accounts. We offer online banking, bill pay, and automated sweeps at no charge. Our debit card can be used to withdraw cash anytime, anywhere in the U.S. with no ATM fees. Need a loan? We make loans. Come in and visit with us today about your financial needs. Conveniently located in Siloam Springs at Signature Plaza. Member FDIC. Again, tonight's game sponsor is Weaver's Plumbing. Residential to commercial plumbing. We have you covered. Call 479-427-6715. As the Panthers get set for second half action, it's a 17-6 halftime lead. We will be back after a short break here. So we welcome you back to the beautiful Panther Stadium, brought to you by the people of Simmons Foods at Arvest Field. Pryor will receive the second half kickoff. They will move toward the south end zone here at Panther Stadium, toward the Panther band section and the scoreboard here. Harrison Losh will kick it away. He'll put the ball on the near hash. That's his left hash. So he kicks toward the north end zone. His kick is high, end over end kick. Taken a yard deep in the end zone for a touchback. That's Harrison's second touchback tonight. And Pryor will take over at their own 20. He's really kicked the cover off the football tonight, hasn't he?
Man, I'll tell you what, that's almost like a new weapon for them.
Absolutely. And again, it's not with a tailwind.
No.
I mean, there is no wind in
That
this
flag
place.
is pretty limp, isn't it?
It absolutely is. 3 receiver set. Twins on the near side. Gilstrap rolls to his right. Sets his feet, now tucks it and runs again. Cuts back against the grain. Good gain on the play. He'll get across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He ran a long ways, but he picks up 11 yards and a first down.
And again, the Panthers had a chance to get him on the ground there. They just couldn't get him. He's very quick and elusive.
5'10", 175-pound senior. This time he'll hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell gets the left corner. Good run. He's got a lot of speed. He's out of bounds on the far sideline. He'll be about a yard shy of the marker, so it'll be a 9-yard pickup. Well, I take that back. They gave him first down yardage. Now, they had the ball first and 10 at the 31.
Yeah, I know.
And now the ball's at the 40, and they gave him a first down.
I don't know what to tell you there, Dustin.
Handoff to 21, Jacob Wood. Wood picks up a yard, and that's about it. What would have been enough for a first down. Instead, they gave him the first down on the last snap. So that makes it second down and 9. I think Siloam Springs benefited. I think there was a face mask there, but the officials didn't see it. Man goes in motion out of the backfield. Gilstrap looking for a screen pass. Now he's going to tuck it. Now he'll throw it down the field. Finds Jacob Wood on the near side. Jacob Wood with first down yardage into Panther territory and out of bounds, but 3 flags come in, all right around the 47 or 48-yard line.
And they both popped out at the same time.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Ineligible man downfield for Pryor. That play just took forever. It was going to be, you could tell off the snap, it was going to be a screen. And I think eventually the offensive line had to go ahead and go block somebody.
I mean, those guys are, they're kind of caught in no man's land on plays like that, and you see it happen a lot at all levels of football. You just,
and give the officials credit. That, to me, that is a call that's easy to miss. It's easy not to make that call, and they did a good job of recognizing it. So it'll be second down and 14.
The spotting of the ball is not
excellent.
It was on the 36, and now they're snapping it on the 37.
I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Gilstrap avoids the rush from Hunter Talley. He sets his feet, throws the ball down the field. Great catch there by Gary Mitchell. Mitchell did an excellent job. He's short of the first down, but it was a great catch as he came back to the sideline. He'll pick up, 11 yards, makes it third down and 3. Is that right?
That's about right. Caught a fastball there from
That's
Trapper.
right. So third down and 3 near midfield at the 47. Pryor trying to get back in this football game. They trail by 11, 17-6. They'll work out of the gun, 3 receiver set and a tight end. Gilstrap finds his man, throws it behind him, incomplete. It was a short throw, another fastball intended for Bobby Ballou.
I think Trapper's fired up out there, and I would imagine they're going to try and go for this here, or they're going to punt it deep again. But
They're going to show like they're going to go for it. Fourth down and 3. Now Gilstrap pauses. Plenty of time on the play clock. He waits for a play call. He makes the adjustment. The back stands to his right. Man comes in motion. That's Ballou. Ballou takes the handoff. He's got the first down in Panther territory and more. He'll make it inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Elijah Coffey is the first one there. It takes 2 or 3 others to finish the play. We'll mark it at the 45, not the 44, but it's still more than enough.
I would say that the Panther defense had their eyes on Trapper there and kind of got lost.
That's right. Flag comes in at the snap. I think that's going to go against Pryor. I think that's illegal motion. I think they had 2 guys in motion at the same time there. It's going to move him back 5 yards, right back to midfield at the 50. It should be 5 yards. We've had a couple of 4-yard penalties tonight, so we'll see for sure. There we go. First and 15, rather. Huh?
They got that one right.
Right at the middle of the Siloam Springs logo at midfield. They're going to run twin receivers on the near side. A single man at the numbers on the high side of the field. Again, as they move toward the south end zone, Bobby Ballou. No, I'm sorry, that's Jacob Wood in the backfield with Gilstrap. Clock ticks, 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Play action complete to the slot receiver. He fumbles the football. Football's on the ground. A good gain for Pryor. We'll wait for the signal. Panthers think they have it. They come out of there with it. We'll wait for the official signal. Siloam Springs football. Big forced turnover.
I want to say Christian Lederker came up with that ball there, Dustin.
I could not tell.
I think he handed it to the official. So
excellent play by the Siloam Springs defense. And we would like to thank Generations Bank for donating $50 for every Panther turnover throughout the season. And it reminds us to turn over your business to Generations Bank. Siloam Springs football, big defensive turnover for the Panthers. They'll have it at their own 38. This time Fazima will take it. He tries to get the outside, and he's brought down in the backfield. He can't turn the corner. Good play by the linebacker there. That's Gary Wood. Jacob Wood, I'm sorry. Fazima loses yards back to the 34-yard line. So we'll call it a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14. Fazima stays in the backfield. Panthers with a tight end and an H-back. No receivers on the near side. Twins on the open side. Read option. This time Taylor Poole takes it himself, and he will get a couple, not much. Kind of a friendly spot there to the 37. It'll be 3-yard pickup. 3rd down and long, though. 3rd and 11. Tanner Broyles, Tate Kreiner, Gage Weaver. 3 of their 4 receivers on the field. Van Ash, the other one. Poole looks to throw from the pocket, nearly intercepted.
Wow.
Nearly intercepted. It was intended for Gavin Henson. That was not Van Ash. It was Gavin Henson was the 4th receiver. It was intended for him, but it was probably a ill-advised throw there. There was good coverage by Pryor.
It's not a great offensive series there for the Panthers. They've done pretty well on offense. That one was one that, one negative play kind of wrecked the whole series.
That's right. 8:37 to go, third quarter. Panthers on 4th and 11. Penalty flag comes in.
Yeah, there was some confusion and. Prior coaches, all of them are out on the field.
Are on the field. They are upset. I think the penalty is going to go against Pryor.
Huh.
They had too many men on the field. They have 12. They have 12 on the field. One runs off, but not until after the ball is. Not until after they walk off the penalty yardage.
So now this gets interesting. 4th and 5. I think the Panthers are still kicking away here, but
with Taylor Poole back there, that's right.
With that read option, you want to be able to get the kick off for sure.
This one is high and short. Short. Bounds at the 35 and takes a Siloam Springs roll. We'll see where they mark it. They'll mark it at the 31-yard line. Again, the ball hit on the far side of the field. It's hard to tell where it went out of bounds. I thought it took a better Siloam Springs roll than what it did. So it hits at the 35, rolls out of bounds at the 31. That's where Pryor will take over. Ball was high and short. Rural friends, tired of not having internet or paying high satellite internet prices, not to mention slow DSL speeds? Miles Out is the solution. They provide fast internet speeds at an affordable price with no long commitments because you own the equipment. Pryor, they'll throw the ball down the field. Intended receiver, they're tripped up. They get their legs wrapped around each other. Stafford and the intended man 14, Josh Gore. The flags come in. It'll go against Siloam Springs, but that's unfortunate. So it just seemed like they tripped over each other to me.
And, they may have been getting Orrin there for reaching a little bit.
So Miles Out. They provide fast internet speeds at an affordable price with no long commitments because you own the equipment. How do they do this, you ask? By beaming a cellular signal directly to your house or business. Miles Out serves clients throughout Arkansas and Oklahoma, and they're ready to serve you. Call or text them at 918-913-4479 and get some internet. Handoff to Gary Mitchell. He'll get up to midfield on first down. It's a 4-yard pickup. Ooh, a friendly spot to the 48 of Siloam Springs. That'll be a 6-yard pickup.
I think he got popped back a little bit, but I think that's about where he was.
Mitchell takes the handoff again. This time he's going to be near the marker. In fact, they'll go ahead and move the chains. Down at the 43-yard line, and Pryor's on the move here.
Pryor got a little rhythm here going.
They had the same thing last possession before Siloam Springs forced the fumble. We'll see if the Panthers can hold them here. Gilstrap looks to throw. He's rushed out of the pocket, tries to get rid of the football. That's an incomplete pass, and really that benefits Pryor. It was intended for 33, Dalen McCrary. But honestly, Graham, if McCrary catches that, they lose 5 or 6 yards.
Assuming they wrap him up and get him to the ground.
And get him down.
You bet.
The incomplete pass gives them back to 2nd and 10. That was probably going to turn into a lost yardage play. And it stops the clock, and when you're trailing by 11 at any point in the second half, a stopped clock is a good thing. So, 2nd down and 10 from the Siloam 43 for Pryor. Again, play action, pass over the middle, complete. I don't know how he caught it. He's open in the backfield. Bobby Ballou in the secondary, runs in for a touchdown. Pryor strikes from, 44 yards out? 43. 43 yards out. Bobby Ballou.
I didn't get it. Was that Coffee who tried to make a play on the ball? And
It was either Coffee or Orrin Stafford. It was hard to tell. I thought it might be an interception there for a moment. They made a move on the ball. Somehow Ballou managed to haul it in, and there was nobody there. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And it's a 17-13 Siloam Springs lead. Pryor strikes, cuts the lead to 4 with 7:38 to go in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siloam Springs football on YouTube.
The receivers on Springs, number 7, Elijah Patrick, and number 34, Gage Weaver. To kick off for Pryor, number 3, Javen Blake.
Elijah Coffey and Gage Weaver back to receive the kick. Pryor sits it in the center of the field. Jesse Stokes to kick it away. He kicks it low and short. Taken by an up man at the 30. Wrestled down at the 35 is number 36, Michael Galkowitz. He fielded that ball on the bounce pretty well at the 30-yard line. Gets about 5 yards out of it. Good play there for Siloam Springs. And they'll have pretty good field position here to start this possession.
And Siloam's going to want to get back to what they've been doing. That's a long drive, eating clock, and putting points on the board.
So Jackson Norberg will be the back in the backfield. 31, Jose Valencia will be the H-back. He lines up behind his left tackle. Norberg takes it, tries to bounce it outside, gets the corner to the 45-yard line. Good run for Jackson Norberg. That'll be a first down. He needed the 45. He'll get just over the 45-yard line. That should move the chains.
Well, you would think so, but yeah, it will.
There
I was about to say,
go.
At 9 yards, they should have moved the chains, right?
That's right. To make it all fair for everybody. So Tanner Broyles, Gage Weaver, the lone receivers, tight end, 2 tight ends and an H-back. Again, Jackson Norberg. This time he takes it right side. He'll work his way up to the 48. 3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And this is where the Panthers want to, take advantage of their physicality. They think they can be physical out there and, just sort of wear down this Pryor team and keep hammering them. And, the longer you're on the field with them, get them tired. They have a lot of kids going both ways, and they want to take advantage of that.
3 receiver set. Poole, play action. He rolls out, tries to avoid the rush. He's rolling to his left. He's going to have to tuck it and run. He gets back near the original line of scrimmage here. Let's see where they spotted. It's hard to tell. He's brought out of bounds on the near sideline. They'll give him a yard. No, they'll give him back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 7. 3rd down and 7. Tanner Broyles, Tate Kreiner, Gage Weaver, 3 of the 4 receivers on the field. Gavin Henson, the other one. Taylor Poole from the pocket, throws to the marker, pass is complete, first down. On the far side, that's going to be Tanner Broyles. I think he went to a knee to haul the football in, but he was 2 yards past the marker, and that moves the chains. Good catch by Tanner Broyles.
Good catch by Tanner there.
At the Pryor 44-yard line, no huddle. 3 receivers on the near side. Read option. Taylor Poole keeps it himself this time over the 40, down to the 39-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5.
And this is what Siloam wants. They want to keep the clock moving, and they want to, put points on the board here. And, as good of a touchdown drive as that was for Pryor, you stick it right back to them, and you might, break their spirits somewhat.
That's right. Quick pass outside, near side to Gage Weaver, complete and out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So that'll move the chains to pick up a 7 and a first down. Gage Weaver hauled it in, fought his way out of bounds for first down yardage. 3 receivers on the open side. That's the opposite side of the field from us. Panthers move toward the north end zone here. Read option. Taylor Poole has room to run over the left side. The hole closes quickly. He gets inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Every Panther fan here wants an unnecessary roughness penalty.
Well,
the officials don't see it that way, though.
You
He
know,
was pushed back 10 yards.
Well, and you know we're competing out here, folks, and you know I think that's a good no call there. I mean, Taylor sold that one a little bit too, I think. So
Probably so. He sold it pretty well because there's probably 3,000 people here that really wanted that flag. Jackson Norberg up the middle, gets a little push from his offensive line, makes his way down to the 27-yard line. So it's going to be third and manageable here for the Panthers. They need to get to the 22 for first down yardage. So third down and 5. Kind of in no man's land here, probably outside of field goal range.
I would think so. So you're probably looking at 4-down territory right here, and
you'd be looking at a 44-yard field goal.
That's a long. You know, Harry can kick it that far. I don't know if he can kick it on target.
Poole from the pocket, avoids a rush, finds Tanner Broyles, first down inside the 20. He's going to be, they'll give him progress down to the 17-yard line. Great play there, and Poole showed such poise in the pocket there. He was getting rushed.
And now the Panthers are going hurry up a little bit here.
Waited for Broyles to come open and got a perfect pass to him. First down, the clock moves. They go no huddle, but now they'll slow it down.
And they're doing that. They're doing that so that Pryor couldn't sub there.
Substitute, right?
And that's tough on a defense. It's good gamesmanship by Coach Craig.
Poole will keep it himself. Nothing there. He hangs on to it.
Yeah, he was kind of.
They may give him a yard.
He was kind of carried out there like a loaf of bread, and
he pulled it in. He pulled it in right at the last moment there. Covered it up good. We'll give him a yard. Second down and 9. Panthers huddle this time. Break the huddle now. Tanner Broyles, the lone man, split wide in the boundary on the far side of the field. Gage Weaver, the lone man, on the near side. Penalty flag comes in, offside. Siloam Springs jumped. Siloam Springs jumped. Looked to me like 2 or 3 of the offensive linemen jumped. I don't know what happened there.
Either, there was just a little miscommunication on the snap count there. If multiple guys do that, that's usually what the sign is.
So it should be second down and 14.
Don't need to, you want to get a little of this back here. You don't want to necessarily get all of it. You do want to get all of it, but you don't want to.
You don't need to this.
You don't want to force anything right here.
Same formation. Taylor Poole keeps it himself, has running room up the middle, cuts back inside the 10, still on his feet, works his way down to the 7-yard line. It didn't look like there was much there, and then all of a sudden he pops out of the scrum.
Or you can get all of it back, and what do we know?
That's exactly what he did. He got all 14 yards. And it's first and goal. First down and goal, the nose of the football on the 7. 4 receivers. Gavin Henson, Tate Kreiner in the slot. Broyles and Weaver out wide. Handoff to Jackson Norberg. He's wrestled and then spun forward inside the 5 near the 3-yard line. Depending on the spot here, it's hard to tell. It's going to be right at the 3. Right at the 3-yard line. Second and goal from the 3.
All right, the Caminator is in there now.
And this is another long offensive drive, Graham.
Yes.
They got the ball back with over 7 minutes left in the quarter.
Yes, this is just what the doctor ordered right here.
As they approach the 2-minute mark in the 3rd. Cam Collins takes the handoff near the goal line. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. Touchdown from 3 yards out. Camden Collins. Siloam Springs answers the prior drive. It's a 23-13 ball game. 1:58 to go in the 3rd, and Harrison Losh will try to extend it back to an 11-point game. Penalty flags come in at the snap. I think that was on the defense, wasn't it? It is. So that's going to move it half the distance here. I don't know. Siloam doesn't necessarily need to go for 2 here.
No, you just go ahead and take the points.
But they blew the play dead, so Panthers will have to kick it. still.
You know, that's unfortunate because they booted it through. I mean, they did everything they were supposed to do, and they're being, in my opinion, penalized for the other team being penalized.
That's right. I think the goal there is to protect the athletes, you know, from an unnecessary collision. But anyway, so it'll be an extra point attempt from the 8-yard line now. This one's up, and again it's good. No harm done for Siloam Springs. 24-13. Panthers back up by 11. 1:58 to go in the third. This is Siloam Springs football on YouTube.
For 1979, pardon me, if you will please stand, class of 1979. This is off the Siloam Springs.
Again, tonight's game sponsor is Weaver's Plumbing. Residential to commercial plumbing, we have you covered. 479-427-6715. Harrison Losh to kick it away. Kick is high, end over end. Taken at the goal line, touchback. Gary Mitchell had his left foot in the end zone when he took the kick. That's a mandatory touchback in high school football. Pryor will have it at the 20. That's the third. Is that the third touchback tonight? I think it is.
By my notes, that is the third touchback.
Harrison Losh is having a good kicking night.
You know, it's kind of eliminated one phase of the game for Pryor.
That's exactly right. So they'll hand it off to 33, Dalen McCrary. McCrary rumbles his way on the left side, outside, near his own sideline for a good gain, up to about the 28-yard line. It'll be an 8-yard pickup. Second down and 2. Again, 3 receiver set, Twins on the near side. That's the open side of the field as they move toward the south end zone here at Panther Stadium. 1:25 to go, third quarter. Panthers by 11. Again, McCreary takes the handoff. He's got a first down and more. Battles his way forward all the way near the 40-yard line, a yard shy, I guess, the 39.
Now, McCrary is a load.
He really is. 5'10", 220 pounds. And he's, you know, when he's really not driving through people, he's bouncing off. He's kind of taking glancing blows. Man comes in motion. That's Ballou. Ballou takes a handoff. He pauses and then nearly gets the edge. He picks up about 4 yards up to the 42-yard line, but that could have been a much bigger gain. Siloam Springs nearly had him in the backfield, and he wiggled free and then managed to bounce it outside, but it closed quickly.
Well, Ballou's the kid who scored a few plays earlier, and, you know, he's got some speed. Once he gets behind you, he can go.
McCrary in the backfield again with Gilstrap. McCrary will take it again. He's met right at the line of scrimmage by Hunter Dorsey. Hunter Dorsey did a great job. He got some help at the end, but he stood McCrary straight up. I'm going to call it no gain. It's about a foot gain. That's what they marked it.
I'm going to agree with you. I think it's a no gain. We're still on the 42.
Third down.
That's a quarter.
And that, boy, that went quick, didn't it? That is the end of the third quarter of play here at Panther Stadium. 24-13, Siloam Springs. Prior football when we come back.
Booster ball is still open. Around which is Panther wear. Concession stand also still open.
Fourth quarter action here at Panther Stadium. Siloam Springs trying to pick up their first win of the year. Prior playing their first ball game of the year.
Been a good ball game, Dustin.
It really has.
Pryor's really hanging in there and, giving the Panthers a fight.
24-13, Siloam Springs lead. Third down and 6. And Gilstrap is hit from behind right as he throws the football. I think that was Camden Collins. Camden Collins made the contact, and that disrupted the throw for Gilstrap. It's going to be fourth down and 6, and it appears as if they'll punt it away here. I think Gilstrap is back there to punt it. But they're in a real punt formation this time. We'll see what they do.
Might be a good time for them to fake one.
Gilstrap bobbles the snap, gets it off. Fair catch for Siloam Springs by number 12, Christian Ledecker, right at the 30-yard line. And Siloam Springs will look for another long, methodical drive to put this ball game away. Panther offense on the field, tight end and an H-back, 2 receivers. Norberg in the backfield. Play action. Down the field, Siloam Springs goes.
He's got it.
Gage Weaver is open, and the ball is broken up. Very good defensive play there. I can't tell who that is. Pass is broken up. It was a great throw and a good play by Gage Weaver, but the defender did an excellent job of breaking that up.
Did a little hip wiggle.
He sure did. Gets it up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock runs, 10.5 minutes to go. Panthers by 11, 24-13. Twin receivers on the open side. That's opposite us. Now a timeout on the field. Siloam Springs is going to burn a timeout. Panthers burn their first timeout with 10:23 to go in this ballgame. That gives us a chance to tell you that purchasing or refinancing a home can be a huge undertaking. Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division is focused on helping individuals and families select a loan program to meet each unique situation and clear the way to a timely closing. Born and raised in Siloam Springs, Laurie is dedicated to providing competitive rates and the customer service that you deserve. Call Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank at 479-228-2712 today to discuss your home loan options. Again, that's Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division at 479-228-2712. Generations Bank is an equal housing lender. So the Panthers come out of the timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 43. Twin receivers on the high side, a lone man on the near side. That's Tanner Broyles. Norberg will take the handoff in the backfield, fights his way across midfield. Another good run on the near sideline as he bounced it out to the 49-yard line.
You know, you can see why the coaches like Jackson Norberg at that running back spot. He's got good vision. You know, he saw a little crease on the other side, made a little half move, and then just went for it. And you know that's
He's
what you
taking
want.
advantage. You can tell he's gotten better and better as the night's gone on. It'll be 2nd and 1. This time Cam Collins is in the backfield with Poole. This time Collins takes the handoff. He just runs right over a defender at the marker, works his way forward inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard gain. The chains move. And more importantly for Siloam Springs, the clock will run. 9.5 minutes to go.
And Cam Collins laid the blow there. He
did.
He met a guy at full steam and won the battle.
Taylor Poole from the gun. He'll go to Collins again. Collins left side, bounces off a guy, still on his feet, inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line of Pryor. A big gain. What is that, a 15-yard pickup on 1st down? Somewhere in there.
About 15 yards there for Cam Collins.
Down to the 28-yard line and another 1st down. Panthers are moving the ball at will now, and it's on the ground. That's fun to watch.
Eating up clock and making the other ones pay for it a little bit.
That's exactly right. The lone receivers on the field now will be Tanner Broyles on the near side, Gage Weaver on the far side, tight end and an H-back. Valencia the H-back. This time it's Jackson Norberg over his right tackle. Wiggles his way down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 8.
And I need to apologize in advance here, Dustin. If we ever end up calling Jackson Norberg Jordan Norberg. Jordan is his older brother and played quarterback here a few years ago and did a really good job. And, you know, sometimes us old guys, we just make mistakes. So we apologize in advance if we make that mistake.
That's
but Jackson
right.
Norberg,
I'm sure I will at some point.
Jackson Norberg is having a heck of a game for the Panthers here tonight.
2nd down and a long 2. This time Poole will keep it himself. Hole up the middle inside the 15. Brought down at about the 12. Another big gain for Siloam Springs. Way more than they needed to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. 8:04 to go. Clock stops while they move the chains. Panthers moving methodically, taking their time. That big offensive line is moving the Pryor defensive line at each snap, aren't they, Graham? They're doing a great job.
They're winning the battle. I think Pryor's wearing down a little bit, and the Panthers are just, asserting themselves right now.
This time Cam Collins over the right side, breaks a tackle at the goal line. Touchdown, Camden Collins. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. And it's a 30-13 Siloam Springs lead.
Welcome back, Cam Collins.
That is a demoralizing drive for the Pryor Tigers. I mean, Siloam Springs just ran it and ran it and ran it. 7 yards here, 8 yards there, 6 yards there. What a drive for the Siloam Springs Panthers. 7:38 to go. Harrison Losh, his kick splits the uprights again, and it is 31-13. Siloam Springs all over the Pryor Tigers. When you get blindsided by life, you want fast ER care. That's why Siloam Springs Regional Hospital offers the 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. Experienced ER physicians and the entire ER team are committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional within 30 minutes, which means you'll be off the bench and back in the game faster. To view the average ER wait time, visit ssrh.net. But if you are experiencing a medical emergency, always dial 911. So, Graham, Harrison Losh has had 3 touchbacks tonight. All of those were kicked to the north end zone. He flips the field a little bit here. He's going to kick it to the south end zone. Let's see if he has the same result. Again, the wind is not a factor tonight.
Yeah,
that flag hadn't moved a bit. This kick is high, and that's going to be the return man just walks to the 5 and walks off the field. Ball hits about 4 yards deep in the end zone. Another touchback for Harrison Losh.
That is, I mean, in the high school ball game, Dustin, I can't think of anything more valuable than a kicker who can put it in the end zone and take away a return game. You know.
That's right. And especially somebody like Gary Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I'm assuming that's what they were trying to do last week on the one that Jaden Henry returned, and just a yard or two short, and Harry's making sure that didn't happen in tonight.
That's right. So Pryor will need to move quickly here. They're down by 18 with 7:38 to go. They'll run 4 receivers, 3 on the near side. Gilstrap looks to his right, completes the pass to Gary Mitchell. Gary Mitchell breaks wide on the far sideline, finally forced out of bounds up near midfield. We'll see where they spot it, where he stepped out of bounds. It looks like about the 46-yard line. So a big 26-yard gain on first down for Pryor. Siloam Springs tries to buckle in. They go no huddle, move quick. Gilstrap again on the outside edge. Nothing that time. Siloam Springs gang tackles 14 Josh Gore. He catches the ball in the backfield about a yard, maybe 2. We'll see where they say it. And Josh Gore, the receiver, is a little shaken up on the play. So it'll be an official timeout on the field while he gets looked at. 7:11 to go in this ball game. Siloam Springs 31-13. We'll be back after this. Gore, the receiver, number 14, he's going to be okay. He gets up under his own power, gets off the field pretty easily. Gilstrap airs it out down the far sideline, intended for Gary Mitchell. Incomplete. Second down from the 46. Third down and 11. 6:57 to go. Four receiver set, twin receivers stacked on the near side here, split wide. They get it out of the backfield to 33, Dalen McCrary. He's met and tackled immediately by Keegan Susi. That'll force fourth down and about 5. Fourth down and 4.5, 5 yards. They're going to be forced to go for it here as they trail by 18. Offense stays on the field. It is in Panther territory, just inside the 49-yard line. 4 receivers. Gilstrap pauses. He waits for a call from his sideline. makes the call. Now he pauses again. Now Pryor's going to call timeout. 4th down and 4. If they have any chance of getting back in this game, they have to convert this right here. They know it. They burn their first time out of the half. So we'll start taking a look again at the athletic events for the week. Tomorrow, that's Saturday the 7th, volleyball is at the Little Rock Spike Fest tournament. Cross country is at the Fort Smith meet. Monday the 9th, tennis is at Alma. That begins at 3:30. Golf is home on Monday at the Siloam Springs Country Club, or what's the new name of it, Graham?
The course at Sager's Crossing.
That sounds so good. Sounds so good. That begins at 3 on Monday. JV football is at Rogers Heritage at 5:30. 9th grade football is at Rogers Heritage at 7:30. Volleyball is at Bentonville West. That's everybody. That begins at 4:30 on Monday. 7th grade volleyball is at Bentonville Lincoln at 5:30. 8th grade volleyball follows that at Bentonville Lincoln at 6:30. 4th down and 4. Gilstrap from the pocket. He's rushed, throws the ball down the field looking for Gary Mitchell, overthrows him. No flags on the play. That'll be a turnover on downs. And with 6:10 to go in this ball game, the Panthers get it back. And what do you bet? They don't put the ball in the air very much the rest of the way.
I wouldn't think so. You know, they've really got a chance to kind of run this thing out if they can string together a couple of first downs.
Panthers have really played a pretty complete game here tonight. A special teams mistake and one big play, you know.
Yeah, otherwise it's
pretty well describes the whole 13 points that Pryor has scored here tonight. Poole out of the gun. Hands it off to Norberg. Norberg across midfield inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 as we hit the 6-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Again, Tuesday, September 10th, tennis is versus Greenbrier and Valonia at Arkansas Tech. That begins at 3:30 on Tuesday. Volleyball is at home versus BB, JV and varsity beginning at 4:30. 7th grade volleyball is at Fayetteville Woodland at 5 o'clock. 8th grade volleyball is is also at Fayetteville Woodland at 6 o'clock. And 9th grade volleyball is at Rogers at 5 o'clock. That's all Tuesday the 10th. Panthers from the gun. Again, Norberg, this time left side, 1st down yards to the 40.
You know, and Dustin, I don't think Norberg is going to be able to hit the century mark in this game, but he has had a terrific ball game, not only running the ball, catching the ball, he's made some plays on defense. I mean, he has just played the all-around game tonight for Siloam.
He really has. And Cam Collins has 2 touchdowns.
Well, and between him and Cam Collins, they're going to have 100 yards rushing between the two of them, plus the rushing output of Taylor Poole and good passing, too. I mean, it's going to be a nice offensive night.
Norberg again, this time right up the gut behind Marco Salcido. Inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Another 7 yards, 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, they're going to take Norberg out here, give him a breather, and let Cam Collins run it in here.
It's 2nd and 3 from the 33. Again, Thursday, September 12th, golf is versus Greenwood at that's Ben Guerin course there in Fort Smith at 10 a.m. 7th grade football is home versus Ramey at 5 o'clock. 8th grade football to follow that at 6:30 against Ramey right here. Cam Collins cuts it up inside the 30, down to the 27, maybe the 26. It'll depend on the spot. It moves the chains regardless. 1st down. As the clock stops at 4:12, that'll be at the 27-yard line. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left. Chains are moved. Clock starts again. Panthers in the huddle. Let's see, Thursday the 12th, volleyball is at Alma. That's everybody, beginning at 4:30. 9th grade volleyball is at home versus Rogers Heritage in the Panther Activity Center at 4:30. 9 seconds on the play clock. Collins in the backfield. This time, Poole will keep it himself. Big hole over the 20. He breaks free in the back. Touchdown. Taylor Poole, but a flag comes in at the 28-yard line. I did not see that flag thrown. Flag comes in behind the play. It's going to be a hold on Siloam Springs. I didn't see it, Graham. So that wipes away the touchdown, moves the ball back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So looks like the foul occurred at the 26. That moves the ball back to the 36, which makes it 1st and 19. So kind of confusing there, but it'll be 1st down and 19.
Yeah, and Poole will get credit for 1 yard there. He gets to where the penalty
on
was.
A touchdown run.
Yeah.
This time Cam Collins will take it over his left guard. He stood up at about the 31-yard line. He'll get 5 out of it. So it'll be, well, now they're going to mark it at the 32. So a timeout on the field. Pryor is going to burn their second timeout with 3:07 to go. That's interesting.
Well, they want to get the ball back. They want to get another chance. This is their first game of the year, and they're wanting to, get some more reps in, and you can see why.
Siloam has really just played a good game tonight. They really have. Next Friday night, a week from tonight, the Panthers will be on the road at Harrison to face the Golden Goblins.
About as good of a Harrison team as we've seen. They went to the Class 5A state semifinals last year and lost in a shootout to Pulaski Academy.
It looks like they're destined to meet each other again if all goes according to suit.
Well, but that's why you play the games. So
Gabe Husky, the very talented Harrison running back, is still there. He's finally a senior. So this will be the last time the Panthers have to face him.
We think he's a senior.
Jeff Fazima right over the middle. All speed from Fazima. He scampers in. This time there's no flags. Right up the middle for Jeff Fazima. Touchdown Siloam Springs. From, is that 33 yards out?
Yes, sir.
33 yards out. Jeff Fazima was like he was shot out of a bottle. Untouched for the score. It is a 37-13 Siloam Springs lead. 3 minutes left. Harrison Losh on to try to tack on one more. Folks, go to Harrison next Friday night and support your Panthers. If you can't, you can find all the action right here on YouTube, as we'll be on the call from Harrison next week. Longtime Panther rival. The Goblins no longer play at Crooked Creek.
No, they play at FS Garrison Stadium on I believe it's Burrells Way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice complex over there.
Yes, it really is.
And they love football, and it's it's a fun place to watch a football game.
About midway through the third quarter, Pryor scored on about a 56-yard touchdown to make this game 17-13. And the Panthers have scored 21 straight since then. There's 3 minutes left in this game. It's all Siloam Springs, 38-13. Harrison Losh, this kick is high, end over end. Taken at the goal line. Touchback again. His 5th one of the night. Pryor will start at their 20.
Well, and if you're Pryor's coach, Kenny Davis, you wanted to see them try to make the most out of this three minutes here. The good opportunity to get in your 2-minute offense and try and get down the field and score. They know Siloam wants to run the clock out, and
it's That's right. Gilstrap from the gun, in the pocket, looks for his man, throws it low. Josh Gore comes back, goes down on his rear to catch it, but can't haul it in. 2nd down and 10. Same formation for Pryor. That's 3 wide on the far side. Gore, the lone man on the near side at the numbers. Believe that's Dalen McCrary in the backfield with Gilstrap. Gilstrap from the pocket, looks down the field again for Gore. Great defensive play from Armando Munoz. He stepped inside Gore and broke it up. I thought for a moment he might intercept the pass, but he did a great job defensively. Incomplete again. 2:48 to go. 3rd down and 10 for Pryor. Gilstrap again from the pocket. Over the middle, complete this time to Mitchell. Mitchell wiggles his way forward for a 1st down.
Mitchell's a good football player.
He really is. And the Panthers have done a good job of containing him tonight. He had the long touchdown catch, I do believe, though. However,
no, it was Ballou at the touchdown.
Oh, that's
catch.
right. That's right. So Gary Mitchell, last year he had a huge night last year. Panthers have done a good job of kind of keeping him at bay tonight. Pass intended on the near sideline for Josh Gore again, underthrown. Siloam Springs had Michael Galkowitz and Armando Munoz there defensively. Even if it's a well-thrown ball, he probably doesn't haul it in because of the defenders right there. Same formation. Gilstrap again. This time he steps up in the pocket. He'll tuck it and run. Gets around the corner. 1st down yardage and more up over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Good gain. He picks up 15 yards and a 1st down on the scramble.
They've done a nice job on Trapper, too. He's very elusive, but they're going to limit him to a modest ball game here tonight.
Gilstrap with time to throw. Now he tries to get out of the rush. Turns around, still on his feet. Now he's brought down in the backfield. That'll be a sack, loss for a yard.
He lost a yard, but he ran about 60 yards.
Boy, did he! Just trying to make something happen. He did a really good job just to lose a yard there. Now they'll run an empty backfield. Twin receivers on the near side. That's the short side of the field. 3 on the high side. Gilstrap from the pocket over the middle, throws it behind Ballou. Bobby Ballou can't haul it in. It was about a yard behind him, incomplete. A minute 28 to go. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 3rd and 11. Now they'll bring McCrary back into the backfield with Gilstrap. Gilstrap rolls to his right, throws on the run, overthrows Ballou again, and Ballou gets hit hard right as the ball sails over his head. Keegan Susie there to lay the blow on Bobby Ballou. He'll remember that hit.
I think Pryor will probably go for it here. I think they know that if they turn it over, Siloam will just run the clock out.
They'll take a knee.
Might as, nothing to lose here by going for it.
So 4th and 11. The offense does stay on the field. This time they run 3 receivers to the short side of the field. Gilstrap looks to throw, steps up. Now he lets it fly deep. Intended for Gary Mitchell. A flag is down at midfield, just about 5 yards deep from the line of scrimmage. Pass is incomplete. I don't know. It's near the sideline. I don't know if they're going to call a defensive hold.
That has to be what it is. It's kind of where it's at.
It's about the only thing for a flag right there, it seems like.
Now look what the bands are doing. They're
defensive
waving their
holding.
phones at each other. The flashlights. It's kind of fun.
So it'll be a 10-yard penalty, but it is not, however, an automatic first down. So it's going to be 4th and 1 now from the Siloam Springs 45. The nose of the football on the 44 would for sure get the first down yardage. Gilstrap from the pocket, steps up. Now he'll tuck it and run. He's going to have the first down, and that's about it. He's forced out of bounds near his own sideline by, I believe that is 36, Michael Galkowitz. It moves the chains. He got 2 yards out of the play, down to the 43. 1:04 to go. Gilstrap looks to throw again. Again, steps up in the pocket. Again, he tucks it and runs. Goes down on his own, this time at the 39. He had several defenders bearing down on him. It'll be a 4-yard pickup.
Pryor's going to be all right. They're going to be able to compete, I think, in their league, and I think they're improved.
Oh, I think they're definitely a better team than they were last year.
But, Siloam Springs has improved in a lot of ways, too, I think, just by being in year 2 of Brandon Craig's system.
Pass on the far side to Josh Gore and Elijah Coffey. It was complete to the 40-yard line, and Elijah Coffey delivered a crushing blow, stopped him in his tracks. 3-yard pickup. 3rd down and 7.
This will probably be the last play of the ball game right here.
8 seconds left on the game clock. Siloam Springs is going to win this game. It's just a matter of by how much. Gilstrap airs it out down the field. 2 defenders there. Gary Mitchell, the intended receiver. Christian Lediker steps in front. Pass falls incomplete. Clock ticks to 0, and the Siloam Springs Panthers have picked up their first victory of the year, 38-13 over the Pryor Tigers. Siloam Springs turned it over 5 times last week, didn't turn it over once tonight. A very overall clean game for the Siloam Springs Panthers. And we want to thank everybody that makes these broadcasts possible each and every week. We thank the Siloam Springs Athletic Department and Athletic Director Ken Harriman. We thank the people at Generations Bank, Tim McCord. We thank the Siloam Springs Media Department. We thank our tech volunteer, Tony Molina. And I thank Graham Thomas for doing the games with me. And we will rejoin you next Friday night in Harrison. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll take to the air about 10 minutes before kickoff as Siloam Springs renews their rivalry with the Harrison Goblins again next week. And until then, I'm Dustin Butler saying good night from Panther Stadium, where tonight the Siloam Springs Panthers defeated the Pryor Tigers by a final score of 38-13.
Please drive safely going home.